So hi guys, it's Rita, and this is going to be Kimora's 6-month update, and she turned 6 months today actually, which is May 12th. It'll probably be a few days by the time I get this video posted, but yeah, I have quite a few things to talk to you guys about. She's not in the video with me like right now obviously, but I will get some video footage of her at the end, and we might go check up on her in her crib. But I just really want to talk about how much she's changed from 5 months to 6 months. And I think the biggest difference is how mobile she's become. Like, her mobility has changed so much. Like, I have to keep an eye on her at all times because she's always moving around. Like, it's crazy. Um, she can sit up on her own. She can sit up straight and down on her own without falling over. She, from a lying position, she knows how to pull on things to lift her up into a sitting position. If she's laying in her boppy, she knows how to sit up into a sitting position without pulling on anything. She's just moving so much. Like, we actually had to lower her crib mattress again today. We didn't really have to, but just for our own reassurance, because we've caught her a few times trying to pull up on things from a sitting position to pull up to a standing position, and she hasn't been successful. But just the thought that she's trying kind of freaks us out. Like, oh my gosh, like, this girl could really, babies from one day to the next, like, they start doing so many different things, and you just really have to keep an eye on them. I mean, she knows how to crawl back. Well, I won't say crawl backwards, but scoot backwards is a better way to put it. She can scoot backwards. She hasn't got the idea to move forward first, but, it's common for most babies to start, moving backwards, that direction confusion. So she can scoot backwards on her stomach, and she can also scoot back, or just scoot period, if she's lying on her back. Like just today, I had her in the floor on some blankets, and she was playing with her toys, and I went to the bathroom to use the bathroom real quick, and when I came back, she had like scooted all the way over to my bed and was like trying to get underneath it, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I really, really cannot leave this girl alone even for 5 seconds. Like, she's so mobile now. Something else that's really exciting is she's attempting to say a few things. She has been saying da 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 da, and of course Keith is so excited. As soon as she first started doing that, like, he said it to her and practiced with her for probably like 24 hours straight, and he actually had her kind of saying daddy, daddy, like that, and but that only lasted for a day, and then she just went back to saying the da da da. And when she cries and when she's upset, she says mama, mama, mama. So that's cool. I know she doesn't know what those words mean, and it's not like she's just saying mom or dad yet, but it's really interesting that she's learning new things and starting to say those words. What else is she doing? She's doing really, really good with solids. She's still eating her vegetables. She loves her fruits. I probably should have waited a little bit longer to introduce her to her fruits, but she still eats her vegetables, so that's okay. As long as she is not rejecting vegetables, I don't have any problem giving her fruits. One thing that I give her the Gerber second foods, ones that look like that, and some of them are like kind of runny depending on what fruit or vegetable it is, and she does not like the runny solids. So I always find myself having to add like the rice cereal into it to make it a little thicker, and then she loves it. So I mean, I guess that's just baby preference, but she knows how to swallow and everything like that, so I don't think that it's a problem or a choking hazard or anything like that. I still give her the prune baby food, and I give her juice when she's a little constipated, but she is way more regular now than she was when I last told you guys that she was having issues with bowel movements. So yeah, she's doing that with her solids, doing really, really good with that. She's still taking her formula with some rice cereal mixed in there, and in the mornings when she first wakes up in the morning, she'll take about an 8-ounce bottle, and then through the rest of the day she's more around like a 6-ounce bottle. She doesn't eat that much, and then if for one of her meals, if I substitute solids, like I'll do 4 ounces of baby food and 4 ounces of formula. So that's kind of like her eating habits. She is still sleeping wonderfully. through the night. She goes to bed every day, probably around, maybe I want to say like 9 o'clock. She gets fussy and gets tired, and all you have to do is pick her up and lay her on your chest, and she falls right asleep, and she's in the crib. And she wakes up every morning at 7 o'clock, and she eats her 8 ounces of milk, and then she'll go right back to sleep until 9 o'clock, and then that's when we get up and we start our day. One thing about her sleeping that has happened about, I want to say maybe 2 or 3 more times since I last spoke to you guys about it, and that was the baby nightmare, baby terror thing, where she's crying or slash screaming in her sleep. And I handle it a little better now because it's happened a few times now. But it happened to Keith the first time the other day, like where he was actually around to see it happen, and it freaked him out. And I don't blame him, because the first time that it happened to me, I was freaked out and crying and going crazy. But her body is just so limp when she's crying in her sleep and screaming, and you know, sometimes her eyes are shut and she's just screaming, and it's really like weird. It's kind of like an out-of-body experience for her. But I've researched it online, and it seems like it's pretty common actually. And she has a doctor's appointment on Monday, which will be, I don't know what that date will be, but I'm definitely going to ask her doctor about it. Speaking of doctor's appointments, this month, probably about 2.5 weeks ago, Kimora actually caught her first cold, and she was so miserable. It was so sad to see her like that. It was long nights and long days and lots of booger plunging and lots of acetaminophen and lots of the baby, the Vicks Vapor Rub baby bubble bath. And she's finally better. Her cold lasted for about a good 10 days, and then she started getting better. But yeah, she had her first cold, and I'll include some pictures of how she looked with that cold at the end, but she was pretty miserable. But I did take her to the doctors when she had her cold, and they just gave me some saline solution to put in her nose before she ate and before she went to sleep, and they told me to keep her elevated while she was sleeping to help, you know, her nose from being congested. When she went to her sick visit, we found out that she weighed 17 pounds and 12 ounces. So that's a rough estimate. That was about 2.5 weeks ago, and she has a doctor's appointment here in about 5 days. So I'll find out an updated weight for her soon. But yeah, so she's getting up there. So yeah, what else? As far as her clothes go, I've had to pack up so many of her clothes. She's pretty much in, there are very few 3 to 6 month outfits that she can still fit, depending on the brand. If they ran big, she can still fit them, but she's mainly in 6 to 9 months now. With shoes, I put her in a size 3 shoe just because the size 2s are like just fitting. They're like, and I don't, of course, she can't tell me if they're like uncomfortable, so I just put her in a 3 just to be safe. She's going to have big feet regardless. You know, I'm 5'9", her dad is 6 foot. She's going to be tall, so yeah, she's in size 3 shoes. She's in size 2 diapers. And what else? I don't know. She took her first trip to the aquarium. I'll include some pictures of that in the end too. It was so funny. We took her to the Camden Aquarium in New Jersey, and because we live right around that area, not in New Jersey, but we live in one of the surrounding states. Well, 2 of the surrounding states, obviously, since we don't live together yet, which we will be very soon. I'll talk about that in a second too. But we took her to the aquarium, and she saw all the big animals, the penguins, you know, the big hippopotamuses, everything. And none of that really excited her, but the thing that excited her so much, we passed some goldfish, and she went crazy and got so happy. And I was like, seriously? Like, we brought you to the aquarium and you got so excited over goldfish. So we had a kick out of that. That was really funny. But speaking of me and Keith, yes, we are actually looking at 2 houses right now. We're kind of torn between 2 houses. They're about 20 minutes apart from each other in different parts of the Philadelphia area, not the bad part. We are definitely moving to the good suburban parts of PA. But Yeah, so we haven't made up our mind yet, but the current lease is up in July, so we plan to be moving in together around August. So we really, really can't wait to have our family together. Of course, we're together all the time. You know, me and Kimora go and stay with him throughout the week, and, you know, he always comes, you know, to my house on the weekends, every weekend, and we spend lots of time together, but there's nothing like being in the same house every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So we cannot wait for that to finally be permanent. And, yeah, I can't really think of anything else to update you guys on about Kimora. She's just such a happy, happy baby. She's really fun, really heavy, really mobile, and she's just doing great. If you guys have any questions, definitely leave comments below. Message me. Thank you to all the people that have been messaging me, you know, asking for advice or just letting me know that they like my channel. I really do appreciate it. Hello to all my new subbies. Thank you for subscribing. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. And like I said, just, you know, put some comments, ask me questions if you guys have any. Let me know if there's any specific videos that you guys want me to do. I will be doing some more product reviews on a few products that I got that I really like that I want to share with you guys. So look out for those videos. And once again, thanks for watching. Bye. Kimora. Kimora. Hold on. Oh, God. Kimora.